Welcome, dear ones. My name is Camilla, and if you are new to me, I am an energy channel, and I channel pure source light, pure source energy to help you heal, to help you clear, and help you activate what is in the highest good for you, to remember and wake up to who you truly are, for you to be what you truly came here to be and live a more happy, more peaceful, and more joyful life. Okay, so today's transmission is going to be a healing and a clearing of the addiction to pain and a releasing the attachments to suffering. And in this transmission, I will channel the healing frequencies and light codes of Ascended Master Isis and Divine Mother Kuan Yin. They both are great alchemists, healers, and Isis is such a great guide to release what is holding us back, to help us empower ourselves, to transmute all illusions into truth, shadows into light. And dear Mother Kuan Yin is such a great guide and teacher and friend to help us transmute pain into love, to help us to let go of all the illusions we are holding about ourselves, and to be willing to realize who we truly are, to love ourselves, have compassion for humanity and ourselves, to come back into our heart's true nature, that is love, unconditional love for all that is. So this is what we will bring forth today. And what I see many times is, so people come to see me because they suffer, and in the same time, many times what I experience is that we are not always willing to let go of the attachments we keep to the pain, to the suffering. And this, what I mean about this is, I will try to make it clear. It is not to bypass the emotions. It is not to neglect or put aside. So you see, dear ones, as we grow up, we are being programmed to feel a certain way in a certain situation. As when something, and this happens in the early years, just as when you push a certain tangent on a piano, for example, there is a certain tone that plays, right? And it is the same for us humans. So as when something happens, our brains very quickly, mostly on a subconscious level, interprets what is happening, and a certain feeling arises in us. So an emotion is only about it. This is scientifically proved that an emotion can only last for 60 to 90 seconds. And what happens when it lingers is that we keep repeating, we are keep repeating a story in our mind that activates these emotions again and again and again. So, and what we need to know as well as that keep playing the same stories in our head. Either we do it, just keep talking to ourselves in our head, or we keeping these stories alive by talking about them to other people, is that this becomes very addictive. So actually, when you can actually be addicted by lower vibrations, by negative thoughts. In some way, it gives the brain a kind of pleasure. And so when I ask people to be willing to let go of the stories about what happened to you and what you believe is causing you the pain. She did this to me. They shouldn't have done this to me. And so on. Many times people are not willing because they want to keep the story, the situation, how they interpret what's happened as truth. And they hold on. And this keeps these low vibrations, this hurt is keeping repeating itself in your energy field, and so that is what you are vibrating, and that is becoming more of your reality. And as I said, this is not to push the feelings away. So instead, what we need to do is when we press that certain tangent on the piano and a certain emotion rises, we need to feel it. We need to experience it fully for it to be released. And if we do, it will only stay for 60 to 90 seconds. If we can fully experience it. And to experience it from a state of love and compassion. So instead of becoming the hurts, the wounds. So what I mean when I say we're able to let go of the stories is, okay, this is what I believed is causing me pain. This and this happened, and I believe this is causing me the pain. But what you see, dear ones, is the pain was already there. It was already programmed in us, just as with the piano. So we have to detach ourselves from that programming. And the first step is to be willing to see that this is what I believe caused me pain. And not blaming the person or situation. Instead, see, okay, this is showing me, this is just a mirror. It's showing me what I am keeping, what I'm believing. What illusions I hold against truth. And so these emotions arises in me. Can I see? Can I feel? And when we go back into thinking, actually this is also an escape from feeling. When we go back into the self-talk in our heads about what happened, we are not allowing the feelings and the emotions to fully come up, be seen, be experienced, and be released. And so to do this is to remember, even though you are in the midst of it, who you truly are. That you are the one experiencing it from a higher point of view. And to be willing to see that this is something that I am holding inside of me. And I'm now willing to see it fully, experience it fully, in the presence of my true essence, that is light, and that is love, and that is peace. And this is pure mastery, my dear friends. And this is why the Ascended Masters are Ascended Masters, and this is the path we are walking as well. When you are able to be experiencing in that state of allowing, of love and peace, this is pure mastery. That is when we are the alchemists. That is when we are transmuting all density back into source, love and light. And when we do it inside ourselves, we do it for all. We're transmuting this energy and these patternings from this planet, from the collective consciousness in humanity. This is so big. And this is what we all are here to do, and this is why I'm here. To help you to be a channel for the source light that reminds you of who you are. That you have the capacity to transmute. Okay, dear ones. See if there's anything more that needs to be said about this. I think that is it. That's okay. So just come into stillness. And just release. And just see if you're willing to drop whatever stories you're carrying in your mind right now. And I ask of you, if you are willing to replace illusions with truth. If you are, just state a yes, externally or internally. Remember, dear ones, we have free will, so this can only be done with our permission. So you might close your eyes if that feels good for you, and just relax, come into your heart. Drop your head, drop your mind, your awareness into your heart. And you may take a deep inhalation and exhale, and just release what needs to be released in this moment. Relax your shoulders. So when we are holding on to lower vibrations, to the stories, putting the cause outside of ourselves, creates very much intention in our bodies, our physical bodies. Good. So Isis is here, and she activates the holy fire around you at this moment. A fire that doesn't destroy, it transmutes, it clears and cleanses, activates you your true self resurrects. That is her gift to humanity. And just open up to her energy, her loving presence. And just surrender whatever you are holding on to right now into this fire. And she brings forth some activations, some light codes that will activate your experience of who you are, because it is with this experience we are able to move out of the stories and move out of the identification with the one who is suffering and moving into the one who oversees it all, to hear in peace, in love, in truth, in light, to transmute, to see through the veils, through the illusions. Okay, so this activations from Isis begins. Nasha yasha suraki tanaya surt. Ufuranakiar sashititur aniakiatara. Ya saranaki surukusar tanakishana. Sosharatiarata. Urushu sarakiarana. Nitraya niyaranaku. Arahiana saraku sarakiarata. Norosho arati. Norosho arati saranakuatara. Niriasa uhiranaki. Shu su shuarakia. Continue to surrender into the fire. Continue to let go of all the stories. Drop into your heart. No shu karana sayati. No kayasa uhuana saraku. And what she's saying is that your divine presence is here to visit you, for you to be realized, but you need to be home to receive this experience, to perceive the presence who's here to see you. And home is your heart. Soshana kaya sara kisana tosharya patanaya. Ushur saya kuaranatu akiana. And she says that it takes courage to step into your heart when you feel anger, when you feel grief, when you feel fear, when you have judgments. To step into your heart is to let go of judgments. That's the first part. Let go of judging anything right now. Susharakino rokoshinaramna. Susharakiarana tush asirata. Ufumanaya siku arakia. Huranaya akineatu tush arasaya. And she encourages you to make your heart space even wider. Hushanasa kiana tu nayara tishua sanakuatara. And she's clearing your mental space, balancing the right and left hemisphere. Noraka sokanaya sho anakit. No sarakyarana, no surakya. She is balancing it to let go of the addiction to linger in the left hemisphere. O soyusha sara nurata iana kusarana yaku uarana kusiana kusiana. Tanayas. And she's stepping back, holding space with the holy fire, making place for Mother Kuan Yin to enter in. And she encourages you to be willing to feel whatever is arising in you. And this, my dear friend, she says, is the way out of pain. To see and experience fully and not escape into shadows, expose into light, dear ones, she say. Do not hide in the shadows anymore, in the shadows of judgment, in the shadows of wrongdoing and right doing. You see, dear ones, the pain was already inside of you. The light come knocking on your door for it to be released and transmuted into source, light, love. So dear Goddess Kuan Yin is now knocking on your door. Are you home? Are you willing to show up and open up the doors for light to enter? If you are, you can state a yes. And you may now open the doors. And she holds up her healing hands towards you, sending you rays of green, emerald green light, surrounding your heart. Clearing your field of all lower vibrations, of all attachments to pain, clearing you, restoring you to who you truly are, allowing the veils to fall. The shadows are transmuted when they are exposed to light. What she's showing you is just your own true mastery. She's just a mirror. This is when you are allowing truth in, this is what you are doing to yourself. You are an alchemist, transmuting everything that doesn't serve you. All the imprints that is keeping you in pain and in suffer. Narsa kiyosha tiar anaya kusara. Miara kuarati shunaya sirakia. Ustai usara nia ayanakia. Ua ha husayan ishtana ash sosh naya. Mia ua sai kiar sanaya shusha kia. Deeper into your heart. No sosha kinitar anaku. Kua saranaya dia. Mu ursuki ni arna so ku. Awana ki so sho. Asukaya now. Tu. Inhale Exhale. Surrender even deeper. Drop even deeper into your heart space. Your true self. Just let this healing, these light codes in, and they will go where they are needed. And just keep allowing this emerald green light surround you, penetrate all hidden pockets, all your bodies, all your minds, transmuting back all pain, all suffering into love, into light. Open up every cell in your body, every cell in your brain, to release everything you're holding here that is of lower vibration, and receive source light, source truth. Naititiya kusasha nur sakiyasana ushu arana sikuna ihuana kush surati na ikinya hua 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 hayati samanayako ayati sayakush. Oh, she said, if you only knew how heavy this willingness to keeping those thoughts, keeping the blame, she says, how heavy it weighs on you, you would not resist 1 second to let it go. And if you only knew what you are bringing into your life, into your reality, by be willing to let them go, to fully experience the emotions and allow them to be released. You wouldn't hesitate, dear ones. Sashkar ana u, sashar anaya hus, kursura ki aranaya, isar kanaya sarakush. She now invokes your memory of how easy this is, how natural it is for you to be willing to let go, how you've done this so many times in full mastery in other existence. You just need to remember, and this is what she activates in you now. Shukar sashina kiyar tarakush. So ashi asho isiriada kuaraki. Nar ahuka sashia soshokosh. Nirakia niriaki. So tu sa uanaki. Shosa onayaki. Inhale and allow the light codes to settle, to go where they are needed and do what they are supposed to do for you. And I bring to mind what I heard once. It was such a great quote. It said, we are in search for the teeth that is matching the scars we already had, something like that. We are in search for the teeth that are matching the scars we already had. And this is how we keep repeating circumstances to come into our lives for us to blame the scars we already had to an external situation, a person, and so on. So I now ask dear Zen Master Isis, dear Goddess Kuan Yin, to help us to clear those scars and all energies and all situations that is the true cause of why they once were done. And I ask for you, dear one, to be willing to let those scars to be healed once and for all, for you to stop repeating this search, to stop repeating the pain. If you're willing, dear one, again, say yes. And you may place your own healing hands to your heart if that feels true for you. And be sincere in your wish. Nothing can be taken away from you if you still wish to keep illusions. Great. Shasa Gushaya Narsakya Tuyatar Anya Kush Sushanaya Mirya Kuhasanatush Aya Ukai Inyai Ukurusa Shinya Ahitiar Sokushunutush Nereana Suratiana Ukaranaki Ai Sinia Atu Ai Sinia Aku Tashu Sashia Tasushanaya Ku Ayakush. And we now also have the divine Ascended Master Yeshua, Jesus, Sananda with us here, who wants to assist. And what he's showing is the white phoenix who has been reborn in the ashes and is arising anew. And this is you, dear ones, your resurrection. Karsaki ana kuaranaki. And he has a transmission for you as well. Shokarana sa ahukaratati. Nusoroku paranaki. Ahisikia. Nuhurakiarata. Iriana. Kusianara. Usi kiriatu. Ahukana. Sursukush. You are now resurrected in the flames of the holy fire, my gift to your internal soul. And they are all stepping back, they are all surrounding you, helping you now to ground these energies, to allow them in, be one with you. Just breathe, anchor into earth, the heart of Mother Gaia, and allow this healing, these light codes, to go deep into the earth, to manifest, to activate the earth grids of peace, of light, of joy, of ascension. You are now a vessel for pure source light to manifest on earth. Take a few deep breaths, and dear ones, this was a very intense one, a very powerful one. And just let the energy settle, and you can revisit this one as many times as you feel guided, whenever you feel guided. Ever you feel the need that will help you to move out of suffering. So drink lots of water, rest if you need. And I thank you deeply. And I thank Source. I thank Master Sananda, Master Isis, Master Kuan Yin, and the Master that you are, here to fully and willingly express. Thank you, dear one.